and welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for you. 3 ways to create magic in your business. Now, the way that I see magic is really not the airy-fairy woo-woo sitting on your couch, closing your eyes, doing nothing. I mean, sometimes that can occur, of course, but magic to me is really the willingness to be or do, or be and do whatever is required to change something, whatever is required to change what isn't working. So these different ways are just kind of a mix of that. Basically, it's a mix of them together. The what I often call the logic and the woo, and putting them together to be the magic that you truly be. So the first one, I talk about this a lot. I've certainly been talking about it a lot lately. It's all about turning the one molecule that when you turn it will change whatever is required. Yeah. I know. Now, when I first learned about this tool, it was back in, probably 2011, 2012, and it was shared in the Foundation Manual for Access Consciousness. And then, of course, I became a facilitator of Access Consciousness and Foundation, and so I shared it as it was given in the manual. Now, as it was given in the manual was all around just a body thing. So if you had something going on with your body, you would do this and it would change it as if by magic. Amazing. And then I heard somebody talking about how they used it in their business. And I was like, what? It had never occurred to me to actually use this tool outside of the body thing. So please don't be me. Please be smarter and use it on everything. I'm going to share it from a business perspective, but please use it on everything. The other thing that I want to let you know is that we are in a couple weeks, well, depending on when you're listening to this, this is starting on February 13th of 2023. And of course, you can grab it later. We're going to do a daily turn the one molecule on specific situations business-wise. So if you'd like more information, you can check the link above or below. If you don't see a link, reach out and I'll get it for you. But we're going to do this together to really shift some things, my friends, to really create the magic. So basically, with turning the one molecule, it is very similar, if you've done energetic exercises with me before, very similar to that, except that we're energetically turning the molecule. Now, a lot of people get confused because they go, well, how do I know which one? How do I know if there is one? What's a molecule? It really is an energetic thing. So even though, and I'll walk you through a quick one here, even though sounds like we're physically doing something, I'm going to walk you through and I'm going to use words so it kind of puts it in our mind as though it's an energy thing. So even if you didn't even really listen to the words, energetically it's occurring. So this is, to me, so cool because as you're listening, it's occurring already. So I'm going to do a really quick basic one. Again, if you'd like more, join us for the 5 days of turning the one molecule. So start by closing your eyes. Make sure it's safe to do that. You're not driving or something, just closing your eyes. And what you want to do is bring up the energy of the situation. So bring up something in your business that isn't the way you would like it to be. Just take a moment, bring that up. And often what occurs when we do that is we get a little bit heavy or contractive. That's okay. We're going to change it. Okay. So just become aware of that, what you would like it to be like. Sorry, not what you'd like it to be like, where it is right now. Stay with that energy. Okay. So again, I know it's heavy. It's not so fun. Now, what I want you to do is energetically go up above your body. Like you're going to go outside of your body 100 miles or 100 kilometers. And you're going to look down at that situation, that energy. And now you're just going to turn the one molecule that when you turn it, will change it. Remember, this is a being, this is not a doing. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. Just be with it without judgment, without trying to figure it out, without you being right or wrong and all that. Just be with it. So you're just turning the molecule. You can turn it like 180 degrees, or you can turn and turn and turn and turn and turn and turn and turn. It just, whatever you would like to do. Yeah, and now once you've turned it, just check if there's any more to turn. If there is, go ahead and turn those. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now you're going to come back down into your body. You're going to feel your feet on the floor, your bum in your chair, your back on the back of the chair, and then you're energetically going to expand out into all of you as the infinite being you truly be. And now what I want you to do is get present with that situation again. If there's any heaviness left, points of views, limitations, crazies, insanities, whatever, what I want you to do is put it into, a tube, some sort of a metal tube, just putting it inside, put a lid on it, all that heaviness, that ickiness, whatever it is, and now just shake the shit out of it. And you don't have to move your hands like I am. If you're watching this on video, you don't have to do this, but I do often. So we're just shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking. And basically you're shaking it until everything inside dissipates and it dissipates. So then the tube itself is gone also. There you go. Check back into that situation. And if there isn't space there, if there isn't the space that could be there, then you could go through that process again. If there's more space, but not as much as you would like, you could go through that again. You could also do this every day. And again, we're going to do this on specific things for those 5 days, and you'll find the list on the page, just to really get a sense of how to utilize this tool and really how to change and be the magic that you truly be. All right, so another way to create magic in your business is to actually receive from the business. I know this is a foreign concept. When I started my business 20 years ago, I really was the bossy bosserson. I did not involve my business at all. I didn't even see it as the magical business partner that it is. And it took me years to actually get there. It took me years to really start getting that the business is contributing. The business would love to contribute. And what really inspired this, well, actually a couple things, but the one that I highly recommend you do, if this interests you, is to go read the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. This was such an eye-opener to me of what's really going on. And then, of course, the tools from Access Consciousness with regards to communing and everything having an energy, everything having a consciousness of its own, and really recognizing that our businesses, the way that I see it, kind of from the way that Elizabeth Gilbert talks about it, is our businesses knocked on our door and we answered. So they didn't knock on our door and hand it to us. They knocked on our door and walked in. So it's about receiving from it. It's about involving it, engaging with it, co-creating with it. The more that you're willing to receive from it, the more magic you truly will create. And it is a whole energy that, I'm going to say, it may be ease for you. It wasn't ease for me. And the reason that it wasn't ease for me is because I am a control freak of magnitude, my sweet friends, and possibly you are too. So to really start letting go and involving another energy, whew, that was big. But I can promise you, the magic on the other side of that is huge. That if you're doing like force and push in your business, you're not receiving from your business. If you're tired and exhausted at the end of your workday, you're not receiving from your business. I can pretty much say that guaranteed. It really is about a gifting and a receiving. If your business has knocked on your door and said, hey, would you co-create this with me? Then it wants to contribute too. It wants to assist too. It wants to be magical with you too. It's about receiving from it. So what I recommend is starting, if this is new to you, like every business day, start with a 5-minute, 10-minute coffee with your business, or tea or Coke or water, whatever, and just sit down and write a list of the things that you would like your business to give you input about. Turn those into yes or no questions and invite your business to gift you the awareness. Now, awareness, I've done many, many shows on that, so you can go and search my radio show section. Wow. If you didn't know, you can search it. It's so simple. So you could just go type in awareness in that search bar. And in the show notes, which you receive every Sunday if you are on my email list. If you're not, what the heck? We'll put a link to that radio show thing. And then you just scroll down a little bit and it'll say search our blog, which is search the radio show. Just type in aware or awareness and they'll come up all the times that I've talked about awareness, or whether it's a weekly video or the radio show. So with that, then you just basically start creating that gifting and receiving with your business. And there is, again, so much magic in that, because your business is infinitely aware. Your business doesn't have the same crazy or points of views you do. So when you're asking your business can guide you from awareness, whereas lots of times we're choosing from limitation or from points of views. Now, if you would like to be gifting and receiving with the business more, really communing with it, really co-creating the magic with it, I invite you to join me for Business Done Different. You can join us online, or if you are in Alberta or can get to Alberta, we're going to be in Leduc, Alberta for it. It is February 14th, 15th, and 16th of 2023. There will be more, if you're listening later, there will be more coming up. So just reach out and I will get you the new dates, but would love to have you come play. It is such a magical, I was going to say class, but boy, it's so much more than that. And the manual you get, whoa, just whoa. Anyway, all right. So number 3 is, I kind of talked about it earlier. It's ask and action. It's logic and woo, as I often will refer to this stuff, is where we ask for what we would like and then look at and get present with what action can we take. When I very first started my business 20 years ago, I was in this space of, I'm just going to ask and do nothing, and then it will show up. That doesn't work so well, my friends. If you have, say a class coming up, you have to take the action to let people know it's coming up. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for people to know. So just to keep that in mind, the two together, asking and action. Ask for what you would like. Now, the way that I word my asks are usually pretty simple. Like I use I wonder a lot. And I don't mean I just say the words I wonder. I mean, I actually wonder. Like, I wonder what it would be like to have a group of 20 for the Business Done Different in February. Like, I wonder what that would be like. And then I truly wonder, like, I'm not kidding. I wonder about it. Like, I wonder what that would be like. Well, I wonder what that would be like to have a group of 20 in person and 20 online. I wonder what that would be like. Yeah. And so you just wonder. So I wonder a lot. That's why I have, I often refer to myself as the Wonder Woman. Then also you can use, what would it take? Like, what would it take to have 20 people online and 20 people in person? Now I'm going to change some wording there. I wonder what it would be like to have at least 20 people online and at least 20 people in person for the upcoming Business Done Different class. What would that take? So what would it take? And finish that in that sense. The other way that I like to form questions, and so those 2 questions are inspired by Access Consciousness. And then this one is inspired by Noah St. John, and he does affirmations. You can search him. And he turns them into why questions. Like, why is it so easy for me to have at least 20 people online and 20 people in person for the upcoming Business Done Different class? Like, why is that so easy for me? Why do all of my classes fill up really quickly? Why am I so magical in business? And I always smile. Now, for some of you, that might not be a fun way to word questions. Please use what works for you. There is no right or wrong, but you just want to start asking. And then what's the action? If I would like at least 20 people online and in person, what's the action? Okay, well, some is pretty easy. One, I do a radio show about business and invite you. That's one way. There'll probably be, different social media posts and lives and different things like that. There have been people that I've been reaching out to that had asked about them earlier that I've let know. And then business show me. Business show me. Show me what else I can be and do today to invite people, to be the invitation to this. So you're mixing the logic and the woo. You're asking and you're taking action. Yeah. So I wonder, my sweet friends, what might be possible if you were willing to create magic in your business every day. Every day. All right. So have a great week, and I look forward to chatting with you next week.